Well, I enjoy having all the time available to me to pursue my interests and to keep my mind active and to keep fit, because I think in retirement it's important to keep your mind active and also to keep fit. So what I enjoy doing are I go to various classes. I go to a wine group, a jazz group, a reading group, and a French conversation group, so that helpfully keeps my brain ticking over. And then I go for very long walks with friends, because we've got a forest nearby. I can go for long walks. So I spend most of my time doing that, or just sometimes putting my feet up with a cup of tea, not to be sniffed at. I've got a very big memory, which is part of my whole life, which is being driven across the Khyber Pass from Pakistan to Afghanistan, which was very exciting, in a truck with an armed guard. That will always stay in my memory as the most extraordinary thing I've done. I worked for the UN for a number of years, and we were on a UN mission. And we were doing field visits in the northwest frontier. And while we were at it, we thought we'd just pop into Afghanistan. Not that you do that these days. So we went across the Khyber Pass with an armed guard. And I sat there thinking, I'm Gillian from Bromley. Why am I doing this? And I thought, well, it doesn't matter, I'm doing it now. Well, they're all good. I have to say the best events are mostly the spontaneous ones, I think. Although everything's enjoyable, we have regular tea parties and that, which are always great fun, and have a good chat. But for example, a few days ago, the lodge manager quite spontaneously decided that we needed a quiz. So he'd found a quiz, I think, online, and he just shouted out the questions and we shouted back the answers, most of which were wrong. But it was so spontaneous and fun and lovely. That was good. The other one was a couple of years ago, again quite spontaneous, but it was so enjoyable. We had a power cut, which doesn't sound enjoyable at all, but we had literally no electricity, so nothing was working. And we were in the lounge, so we opened a bottle of wine or two, we managed to get some food from our apartments, and we just had a party, a power cut party. And it was a way really of passing what could have been a very difficult time. And because we were all together, whereas if I'd been sitting alone in my house, that would have probably not been quite so much fun. Yes, I love books and reading, and I've even joined the local book club here where I live now, so I can continue that love. Travel, whether it's for business or pleasure. I don't think you never see enough of the world. I still haven't seen enough. I will never see everything, obviously you can't, but to visit a new country or a much loved one, to go back to it. I just love travelling and meeting different people and seeing different places. I think possibly I had a best friend for very many years. We met actually when we were working in the UN, and we used to go to all sorts of amazing places. We went a lot of times to Florida. We travelled around Europe together. We just sort of almost stuck a pin in the map and went to places we could go. We travelled, had very many good holidays over the years. Sadly, she passed away, but got very happy memories of going on holiday with her, because we sort of agreed what not to do as well as what to do. So we would take a pile of books with us to read on the beach or whatever. And people think we'd had an argument or something because we weren't talking. It wasn't that at all. That's what we did. And we agreed that sometimes we didn't always want to do the same things. So if one wanted to go and see a particular site and the other didn't, that was fine. We split up. And I think that is important when you're travelling with a friend. It's what you agree what not to do rather than what to do. I'm very blessed with best friends actually. I have a group, there's 5 of us in our group, and we all work together in the City of London, not in the same office, we worked in different companies, but we hit it off. We used to meet in the evenings after work, probably to moan a bit about work or generally chat about things, and we've kept in touch, and we're all retired now. And we live all over, and mostly in Surrey, different parts of Surrey, so we can get together fairly easily. We had a Christmas party this year, as we do every year. And we're such good friends. We go back so far that it doesn't really matter what we say, because we know each other so well that we don't have to apologise. If you say something and it comes out wrong, we just laugh about it and say, oh, I stopped again, I didn't mean to say that. That's what good friends are. It's being very confident in your friendship, that you can do that.